The Falcons get a massive win on Monday Night Football over the Bills. They now move to 3-2 on the season. They're over 500, and this team looks pretty good. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We've got the legend with me once again, my good friend John Abraham, who is sitting up there with me watching this game unfold. And all I can say is, Bijan Robinson. We know this guy is so special, but now the whole world knows he's special. What do you notice about the way that he plays running back?
I was just wanting to see him get free air and just be able to run and show what kind of speed he has. I mean, we've been watching this guy for game after game after game, thinking it was going to be a big play, and he does it on Monday Night Football. And he does it when their team needed that kind of energy. Fumble the first play of the game, come back and just change the whole game with one run. So I think this is something that me and you have seen, like I said, week in and week out. And we always be like, and we finally get to see him like break one. And then I think it take a lot of stress off of him too.
I'm glad that you mentioned the fumble, because a lot of players, that would wreck their night. And he immediately turned it around, and he gets an 81-yard touchdown run, the longest of his career. We're going to see a lot more special things from Bijan Robinson. Let's talk about this Falcons defense, who looks pretty special. They're turning into a much different defense than we have seen in recent years. What have you noticed about the way that they've turned a corner and they're starting to play?
Well, Brick is doing a good job of rotating the guys. Even though I don't like it, I would rather us have some like complete starters coming in, but it's been working. And like what I said, the key to the game, for the beginning of the game, I said, look, cage the quarterback and blitz in the middle, and that's what they've been doing. But they're getting the guys on the ground now, whether it's a couple yards down the field or behind the line. They're doing a good job pressuring. I'm not a big fan of pressure. You know, I like sacks, but at the end of the day, it's keeping the offense off the field, so it's a good job.
4 sacks tonight by this defense. They've got 14 on the year so far. Those are numbers we didn't really discuss last year for sure. Quick question for you about Josh Allen. This is a big guy. He's tough to take down. He extends plays really well. What's tough about getting a quarterback down like that?
I can say honestly, like I knew Josh was a great quarterback, but seeing him in person, watching how he throws that ball and watching the movement he makes that don't look as great on TV, but seeing him in person, he's just a stud, man. Like I would love to play with a quarterback like him. It seems like he never gives up, and I'm seeing these big guys, because I've seen these guys up person, and he's just throwing these D linemen off like they're little kids, and I'm like, whoa,
that's
like
wild.
I know that Onyemata is a big dude, but he's just like, whoop. I'm like, so you know, I think, but that shows his MVP mentality, like especially like I said, seeing that gun of an arm he has, and his decision making is. If this defense wasn't playing as well as it played tonight, I think he could have had a great game.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the Falcons defense, who was able to disrupt and contain Josh Allen for the most part, flipping to the Bills defense, who they are 30th in the National Football League in run defense. Okay, John said it, not me. They did not look very good, and John was pointing that out really throughout the entire game, that it was sloppy play by them. What did you notice on that side of the ball?
Personally, it's just like no physicality. And it was funny because I felt like if we would have ran the ball more with the Falcons, this game would not have been close. Like, you know, I guess they wanted to get Penix in and they wanted to get it 50-50, you know, a couple hundred yards here, a couple hundred yards on the ground. But this defense just had no fire. Even Oliver coming back and you making it very clear that Bijan knocked him on his butt, and you made it look you just couldn't get over that. But that just shows the kind of team and the back end. Even though I know you're coming off injuries and you have a lot of players that are probably playing like out of position or playing different things, but just watching this defense and the mentality, or even the no character, no character at all.
What's important for this Falcons team, who turns around now, and they've got another primetime game this Sunday, Sunday Night Football, at the 49ers in California? What's important for them to focus on?
I would say the same thing I did in the Carolina game. Get rid of the tape. Don't watch this tape. We're not playing the Buffalo again. We're not worrying about those guys. We've got a whole different scheme. San Francisco is a good team, but also, you know, they have injuries. What can we pick on? What can we knock out? Okay, we know we got to leave Trent Williams alone, but everybody else is gone. Let's go have fun and do stuff like that. But I literally won't even watch this tape. I would literally just move on. I'm like, oh, you know what? That is what it is. We beat the MVP from last year. Let's go and see what we can do in San Francisco.
Yeah, the Falcons have said that they are not satisfied with what they've done so far. Remember, another primetime game. You can watch it right here on 11 Alive on Sunday. The Falcons take on the 49ers.